So my name is Lora, and I'm going to talk about the musical genre of Chalga and the social and political context of Bulgaria. The reason that I chose this exact topic is because basically my whole life, this has been a very stigmatized topic because in my family, as in most Bulgarian families, Chalga has been deemed as dirty, low moral music, and my parents have taught me that I shouldn't be listening to it. We've all been taught that we shouldn't really be listening to this music because it's of its low morals and that only low lives listen to this kind of music. In recent years, I've been really thinking about it more and looking at a different way in which it has affected our culture and in general Bulgarian society. So I'm going to tell you a bit about how Chalga came to be. Basically, during communist times, up until 89, the dominating Bulgarian pop music was called Estrada, and it was characterized by very modest lyrics. It was the perfect image of decency because it was meant to basically present Bulgaria in front of the rest of the world. So it was very much put into this artistic censorship confines. So people were basically taught that they have to hide away their artistic self-expression and to kind of not have this fun side, which can also lash out sometimes maybe. And this is why when Chalga came about in early democracy at early 90s, a lot of the subcultures came to the surface, and it had the exact opposite values of what Estrada had. Basically, Chalga was known for display of power, wealth, sexualization, having fun and pleasure and all this. So it caused a huge social dispute in the country. And this is why it really divided the whole population of Bulgaria. And even today, it's paradoxical how people hate it so much and love it at the same time, because the same people who bash on it also say how much, like after a couple of drinks, they're gonna start listening to this music and dancing to it. And at the same time, Chalga is the biggest cultural industry in the country. So it's interesting to look at this phenomenon. And now moving on to how Chalga has gone into politics as well. In the early 90s, it became known as mafia's music because it shared a lot of the common values as mafia, meaning, power, money, stuff like that. And a good example of this is when a really well-known mafia member, became part of the parliament in Bulgaria. And when he became mayor in 2007, he was invited to give out awards at a Chalga show. And I'm going to show you this now. Oops. Yes. He's called Boyko Borisov, and he was the mayor of the capital at that time, 2007. And 2 years later, he was chosen the prime minister of Bulgaria, and he served for 12 years up until 2021. And he is still known as the most corrupt politician of Bulgarian history, probably. And another good example of a Chalga presence in the country and in the parliament is this guy, Slavi, who is also a very well-known pop folk musician along with his orchestra. And 2 years ago, he decided to form a political party. And he also made sure to include a lot of his panelists from his show, because he was also having a very long-running night show, talk show. And he included a lot of the people from there in his political party who are now in the parliament. And this show was also running for 19 years. So when he decided to form a political party, people were very pleased with it because they saw him as a people's person, and they all decided to vote for him. So now he is also still in the parliament, which is incredible. And now looking at some graphic design in Chalga, I chose to focus on some 90s cassette designs, because they are also, like, the Chalga aesthetics have been getting progressively more and more famous amongst Bulgarian artists, designers, because people are starting to appreciate it in a different way than before. You can see the playfulness and the kind of simplicity and unsophistication that they have been created with. They're very chaotic compositions, very kitsch as well. And in a way, I noticed that they are similar to how, like, the modern trends in the West now in graphic design and anti-design, and just something that is so bad that it's good. And to me, it seems that those designs were made almost unintentionally well. Like, they even look a bit ahead of their time right now. And back in the day, they were meant to provoke the public, but now they look even more contemporary than before. And yeah, this is basically Chalga in a nutshell. Thank you.